Welcome to Spill the Tea, the channel that serves facts hotter than your morning cup. Tea, it's calm in a cup, it's heritage, it's healing. At least that's what they want you to believe. But today we're flipping the label. Because behind the soft packaging, gentle colors, and buzzwords like organic, natural, and clean, lies a truth most people never see. Tea companies, yes, even your favorite ones, have been tricking your taste buds, your gut, and your trust for years. From hidden ingredients, misleading claims, to actual plastic floating in your tea, this is the stuff no influencer ad is going to tell you. Let's expose the industry that claims to care about your health, but quietly cuts corners where you least expect. This is how tea companies trick you and your gut. Let's sip into the truth. Let's begin with one of the most abused words in the wellness world: natural. Sounds healthy, right? Wrong. In the food and beverage world, natural is a marketing term, not a regulated health standard. The FDA doesn't require companies to prove that a natural flavor came from something you'd recognize in your kitchen. In fact, natural flavors can be chemically extracted using solvents, mixed with preservatives and emulsifiers, processed beyond recognition, derived from animal products, even in plant-based teas. So that raspberry hibiscus tea. The raspberry may not be real, the hibiscus might be 2%. You're sipping on branding, not berries. Now let's talk about something even more unsettling: microplastics. Modern tea bags, especially the pyramid-shaped premium ones, are often made from nylon or PET plastic. And when you pour boiling water over them, they release billions of microplastics and nanoplastics into your tea. 1 billion nanoplastics into a single cup. That's not an exaggeration, that's peer-reviewed science. And what do microplastics do? They can disrupt hormones, cause cellular inflammation, accumulate in organs over time, alter gut microbiota, potentially contribute to disease risk. And you're drinking them daily, thinking it's a self-care ritual. Ever bought a tea that says cleanse, detox, or flush? Newsflash, many of them contain hidden laxatives. Senna, Cascara sagrada, dandelion, licorice root, they're all legal, they're all natural. And they're all harsh on your gut if consumed frequently. Detox teas are often sold as metabolism boosters or bloat relievers. But what they actually do is irritate your colon, trigger urgent bowel movements, and strip water weight, not fat. And the worst part? These companies rarely tell you up front that the cleansing effect is actually a pharmaceutical-grade laxative effect. You think you're healing, but you're dehydrating. You think you're lighter, but your gut is under stress. Many teas proudly label themselves sugar-free or no added sugar. But turn the box around and what do you see? Stevia leaf extract, monk fruit sweetener, sugar alcohols like erythritol or malt, flavor enhancers with glycosides. These sweeteners can still trigger insulin, alter gut flora, and in some people, cause bloating, diarrhea, or blood sugar crashes, especially when consumed on an empty stomach. Just because it's not sugar doesn't mean it's harmless. And powdered teas and instant blends, they're the worst offenders. You're not sipping clean, you're sipping processed. Many teas, especially energy or focus blends, contain hidden sources of caffeine that are not clearly labeled. These include yerba mate, guarana, green tea extract, matcha powder, black tea base, and the total caffeine, often not disclosed. So you drink your tea thinking it's light and calming, when in reality you're consuming the equivalent of a small coffee or energy drink multiple times a day. Caffeine in excess disrupts sleep, increases cortisol, worsens anxiety, affects digestion and mineral absorption, damages your microbiome long-term. Tea isn't always the gentle choice it's advertised to be, especially when it's stacked with hidden stimulants. Tea is grown in soil, so what happens when that soil is contaminated? You guessed it, the tea absorbs it. Green, black, and oolong teas from certain regions, particularly in China and India, have been found to contain trace amounts of lead, arsenic, cadmium, and aluminum. And no, these don't get destroyed during brewing. In addition, many large-scale tea plantations use synthetic pesticides, fungicides, chemical fertilizers, And since tea leaves aren't washed before packaging, whatever's on the leaf ends up in your cup. The solution? Buy organic, single-origin teas from brands that test for heavy metals and pesticide residue. Have you ever wondered how a tea labeled Blueberry Pancake Cleanse tastes exactly like syrup, but has no blueberries? That's not magic, that's flavor chemistry. Teas that taste like desserts, fruits, or bubble gum often contain artificial or engineered flavoring compounds made in labs. These flavors trick your brain into thinking you're consuming something indulgent, but your gut knows better. The consequences? Cravings for real sugar. Disrupted hunger cues. Miscommunication between gut and brain. And in some cases, low-grade inflammation. Real tea tastes like herbs, flowers, bark, and leaves. If it tastes like cake, it probably isn't what it says it is. Ever wonder why cheap tea bags taste like cardboard? These are the crumbs, sweepings, and powdery remains left after the good leaves are harvested and packed. Dust-grade tea. Brews faster. Tastes more bitter. Has less antioxidant value. Can be more oxidized or stale. Is harder to trace back to its origin. If you're drinking bargain brand tea, you're probably sipping the floor scraps of better products. Want better? Go loose leaf. It's real, it's whole. And it's how tea was meant to be enjoyed. Now here's the kicker. Tea companies often claim to support gut health, digestion, and microbiome balance. But many of their blends contain laxatives that stress the colon, include additives that disrupt bacteria balance, mask sugar alcohols that bloat the belly, introduce flavor agents that your gut struggles to break down. Your gut is a delicate ecosystem. It thrives on diversity, fiber, and balance. Overstimulating it, dehydrating it, or flooding it with artificial sweeteners isn't support, it's sabotage. Want true gut support? You're probably wondering what's safe to drink. Here's your Spill the Tea Clean Tea checklist. Organic certification. Loose leaf or whole leaf, not dust. No artificial or natural flavors. No proprietary blends or mystery ingredients. Plastic-free tea bags, unbleached paper or biodegradable. Transparent sourcing, region, farm, altitude if possible. Lab tested for heavy metals and pesticides. Gentle herbs that support, not stress your gut. And most importantly, a company that tells you the truth. Tea is beautiful, ancient, sacred. But the modern tea industry, it's full of plastic promises, false purity, and profit-driven tricks. You deserve better, your body deserves better, and your gut, it deserves honesty in every sip. This has been Spill the Tea, where we brew facts, not fantasies. So before you steep that next cup, ask, is this nourishing me or is this tricking me? Stay curious, stay clean, and stay steeped in the truth.